Yo, we are finally here. Storm number 10, the Thunder War begins. Storm gets her get back. And man, how sweet it is. I'm talking. What are we waiting on? Roll that intro, cuz. What's going on, Geek Corner? This is your boy, Earth Matt, the Mad Scientist, and welcome back to the Orange Phoenix Media Channel and another episode of Comic Book Declassified. Today, we are talking about the Thunder War. We're talking about Storm number 10. And I'm going to tell you straight out the gate, there are various stories that are at play outside of the Thunder War in the run of Storm. But the thing that we are going to focus on is how Storm got her get back, how the Thunder Gods jumped on her, and how she got her get back in issue number 10, which sets off the Thunder War. So in Storm number 7, we were introduced to these various Thunder Gods of different mythology and stuff like that. So the first one up was Mama Ragan, which is Australian mythology, going on to Sango of African mythology and Susanoo of Japanese mythology, and finally Chak of Mayan mythology. And it goes on to say, when you're a self-proclaimed storm god, what do you do when the real ones come for you? And Chak did the unthinkable. He did the unimaginable. The most disrespectful thing you could do to a black woman. You grab her hair. Man, he pulled her by her hair mid-air and slammed her face first into the water in a god slam and called it shameful. Bro, wanted to reach inside the pages and fight Chak myself. Like, bro, how much disrespect can you give out? But the survival skills kicked in for Storm, because as Mama Ragan was on his way to charge after Storm, Storm grabbed a nearby sword and she does the unthinkable and she cuts her own hair. She said, from today on, sleep with your eyes open, which means we jump to issue number 10. Now, issue number 10, you got to know something about Storm. Storm goes for the long game, and Storm is one of the best strategists in Marvel Comics. She is more than just a weather manipulating mutant. She is more than just an Omega level mutant. She is a chief strategist. If you are going to war with Storm as your leader, 9 times out of 10, you're going to come out with the dub. And it explains this here. So in issue number 10, Storm takes Maggot and Manifold with her into deep space. And she says the Avengers recently encountered a new planet called Abak and reported it to the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. This thing has been obstructing NASA's view of planet Abak for remote scientific observation. Our job is to get rid of the construction. Japheth, I'm going to need you and your slugs to eat this entire creature. Now, in 3 days' time, Maggot Slug was able to eat every bit and piece of this being that was blocking the view. Now, one thing you need to know about Slug is that anything his slugs eats, it reverts it back to energy, and he becomes more powerful. Now, earlier issues, Slug became an Omega level mutant by the help of Storm. Now we fast forward over to June, which is the realm of the Orishas, which is day 4. Now, mind you, I just told you, took 3 days for the slugs to eat that being. And here comes the next day, they pulls up on Sango. And Storm goes on to say, 3 wives, Sango, yet your mornings are as lonely and as depressing as a widow's bedside. He's like, you slept with your eyes closed. I warned you not to. And bro, Sango's like, oh, the Earther. You have self-assurance only the folly of youth can bring. He gets his lightning axe and he goes right after Storm. Storm says, you came to my home world, Storm God. You conjured an anomaly that took the lives of my people. I have done neither you nor your people any harm, yet you attacked me like I was cheap game. To escape your grasp, I had to do the unthinkable. You made me cut my hair. You thought she was gonna take this lie down, bro? So Sango was like lightning infused with solar radiation to keep me from escaping. I am not the storm god who retreats. I am not you, child. Now, it goes on to say, Storm was not always the juggernaut that she is today. There were decades of her life when she did not possess her mutant abilities. To win battles, to win fights, she had to rely on skill and cunning. She says, you learned the wrong lessons from our previous encounter. If you think you can take me alone, she trained her senses to her knuckles bled and her smarts to her nerves spasm. She fought everything her world could throw at her to become Earth's mightiest mutant, the Omega of Omegas, the Omega Annihilator. You're terribly mistaken. From that point, you see Maggot bust through the building and punch Sango clear through the building. And Maggot goes on to say, I ate the absolute worst crap for 3 straight days to have the strength to enjoy this freaking moment, Sango. Thereafter, simply had to step onto a battlefield and victory was assured, but her overwhelming power had grown to eclipse the baser strengths that once defined her. So as you see Sango's flying in the air, this is where Manifold comes in. And it says Storm is a master strategist. The only 2 mutant teleporters who can reach locations outside our universe, Manifold and Gateway, have both made the Storm Sanctuary their new home. And their first duty was to help Storm reach a pocket dimension. And Sango was like, well played. Pocket dimensions, benign tumors of the universe where the laws of matter and energy clump together without any substance to add on but time and space. Unusual growths. Realms never meant to exist. Realms completely cut off from the main universe. Without a teleporter, there is no reaching them. Without a teleporter, there is no escaping them. These pocket dimensions have become Storm's personal prison cells for dangerous and powerful beings. And Sango is met by Chalk. And see, this is the thing that kind of like messes with me a little bit, because I really wanted Chalk to get his ass whipped by Storm. Like this is what I wanted to see. But it seems to me that Storm may quit work of Chalk because Chalk is in this prison the same way Sango is. He's like, yes, Sango, it is I. The mutant child comes for us all. Like, listen, back at the Storm Sanctuary, she sees this beam of light, which is from Bishop. Now, that is that side story that I was telling you about. Now, I'm not really going to jump into, but I will say you fast forward as Storm's friends are attacked or interrupted by Galactus. Galactus falls onto the Earth as well as Silver Surfer, but you see this cosmic being comes walking through, and it says, I am infinity, the unknowable expansion of all reality. The World Eater Galactus and his herald has given me no satisfying answer after I saved them from a black winter in future time, pummeling them bloody within an inch of their lives. They swayed not, but you, Aurora Monroe, would know, where is my twin brother? What have you done to eternity? And yo, that is how Storm number 10 ends. Now, as you know, eternity has inhabited the body of Storm. That's how she come across these newfound godlike powers. So what will happen in Storm number 11? Where would this war take her? Because right now, when this war began, she is 2-0. She got 2 gods in a prison outside of space and time. So that is awesome for her to be the strategist. Like, it's more than one way to skin a cat here. Yes, you are a lightning goddess, but you're fighting lightning gods. So like, it does little to no damage. So obviously, there got to be other ways to handle a major threat like that. So we'll see what happens in Storm number 11. I hope you guys enjoy. You already know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell. That way you get notified on all of our content, all of it. And share this video, comment under this video, and let us know what you thought of Storm number 10. Like I told you, there are other stories in the Storm solo run If you want me to cover those, I could definitely cover those as well. But go ahead and check that out. Go to your local comic book store and support Storm's solo run because, man, this does not disappoint. See you guys next time. Peace.